Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another Expat. This is episode 67, and it's the first one after a long time where I'm not coughing like a crazy person because Western medicine has finally decided to enter the chat. I've been for multiple weeks now having sickness type of symptoms, but German doctors just really don't want to diagnose. I went the first time and he literally said, go sleep for 3 days, which I did, and it changed nothing. And I paid for that visit 44 euros. Thank you very much. So I had to go again a week later and say, hello, nothing changed. Thanks for the amazing advice of sleeping. I hope you enjoyed my 44 euros. How about you do some proper examination? And after 2 minutes of proper examination, they wrote me antibiotics. And this has made a difference. So finally, I'm almost a week into taking the antibiotics and they are working and I feel like a person. So this is me and my drama. How is your week doing? Did you manage to take some vacation? I'm extremely jealous of everyone who's able to swim and enjoy the sun because this summer I haven't been able to do that. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag baby life. However, there is some light shining into my life because apparently I've started to get random invites for podcast guests. Yes, that is right. This amazing podcast has grown apparently to a level that it's discoverable and I'm getting emails every day. I got messaged by a Bitcoin bro. He was like, hey dude, I loved your Denmark episode, especially the part where you broke your phone twice. And I'm like, great. And then he wants to talk about raising 125 million in crypto-backed loans because nothing screams fun expat stories like spreadsheets and Bitcoin venture capital stuff. But yeah, he's been sending quite a few. I'm not interested in sponsoring any Bitcoin-backed loans. Thank you very much. Then I had another one popped up saying, I've built multi-million-dollar businesses. I've been mentored by this and that. I can teach you ageless vitality. And I'm like, ooh, okay. I mean, I would be interested in ageless. I would be interested to not cough every day, let alone ageless vitality. Sounds like a distant dream. I would just hope my back doesn't hurt. But she wants to come to the podcast and do a motivational retreat guys type of travel show because she travels a lot. And then the third one is a doctor. I'm being emailed by his assistant because that's a good trick, if you want to appear very important. You can invent an assistant and do your automated emails like that. I should make my assistant, name him Robin Brooks. Yes, this is my assistant. And have a bot just spam every podcast out there saying why I would make a great host and they should invite me. But yes, I'm getting emails from this assistant of this pioneering doctor of doing minimally invasive surgery who has invented gut-brain immune supplements and wants to share how to survive chronic inflammation anywhere in the world. So there we have it. 3 different emails by 3 persistent people really wanted to be guests in this show. I understand the themes range widely in this show. I can understand why all 3 of them matched keywords around Bitcoin, blockchain, vitality, motivational retreat, and gut-brain health. We've talked about all of these things. But yeah, this is life now. I guess I'm getting indexed by bots and crawled and spammed by fake assistants of want to be successful people that want to take advantage of this great show and most than anything of you, my great beloved listeners. But I am standing as a shield between these people and yourself. I'm pulling a Lily Potter, taking all the spam avada kedavras, giving you a beautiful life as Harry Potter's, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's get started now. I will not do global politics this week. We've had a lot of that lately. However, I will tell you what is my favorite thing to do when I feel a bit down, is putting on videos of people looking at Trump talking. So, you can see very recently all the European leaders that were there as Trump talked to them about various things, including whether he should do gold decorations in his office and about his painting and about all sorts of things. And if you look at their faces while he talks, it's just a silent explosion of inner thoughts. And they're trying to block everything. They're trying not to show a shine. They're trying not to look like they're thinking what they're thinking. So this is my favorite thing. You can find a lot of it. Just videos of people right next to Trump while he talks that are trying not to have a mental breakdown, trying to hide it. World leaders playing their best poker face. This is really high quality content. And I invite you from now on, if you ever see a clip of Trump talking, if anyone else is in the shot, just look at that person. Look at them do their own journey. Look at them go in the safe space in their head and trying to keep all the doors locked and their ears closed. Now, on another note, how often do you catch yourself being nostalgic of the past? Remembering the time you were not connected all the time with everyone, remembering the time where you needed to have a landline to call someone, a newspaper to read the news, and just this way of controlling your life a bit more because it took more effort to do things, which meant that you had to choose wisely. Well, if your nostalgia for the 2000s is there, or the 90s or whatever, hear this. A Seattle-based startup is reviving the simplicity of the old phones. They're basically invented, with quotes, a Wi-Fi connected landline built just for kids. So this is like the old phone, a plastic phone with a cord. It has no screen, no apps, no random text. You just pick it up and you can call someone. And it's designed to, have a social way to connect kids, keep things safe, and not have them have smartphones. So here we are going backwards, inventing the past, and basically making an old landline that your kids can use to call other kids or yourself. I actually really like this. The company is a huge success. They have back orders up until December, and they charge this, not just the device, but also 10 euros a month for the calling service, which basically is like a voice over the internet thing disguised, because that thing connects to the internet. It's just a wireless device that only does calls with no screen and you hard dial the numbers. But yes, that got me thinking. I would really like to have a landline again. And who knows, maybe in the future, if the AI dystopia doesn't exterminate all of us, maybe it will be possible to choose your retirement in a specific time and age. I think this was a Black Mirror episode, one where some girls are in the 70s. Juniper? I don't remember the name. But that could be a cool concept. I would totally retire in the 2000s. This was my time with the Windows XP and Counter-Strike 1.6 and downloading things on LimeWire and songs to burn them into CDs and write with a Sharpie and make my own mixes and have that weird case where you put all of your CDs and it looks cool and people can flip through. Yeah, I think I would totally do that. That age was digital enough, all the way up to, MSN, where you can send some links. The games were not horrible. And I think that was enough connectivity for the time. So I would totally go and retire at that time and just obliterate everyone in Counter-Strike 1.6. Even with one ear, I can hear the footsteps. And let's see, I think that space could actually be a profitable one for the future, like inventing something in the same way it was in the past, especially as the digital grip becomes stronger and stronger. It's like the Amidst people that have completely put technology out of the window and then they just live in those communities. I looked at their numbers. Their numbers have been growing like crazy. And I guess most of it is just religion or aggressive multiplication and fertility rates. But I'm wondering if more people are dropping tech and joining these communities. Maybe this is my final thing, an anti-technology cult, that I take everyone to the summer house. The let's go and grow tomatoes plan might be able to, get wrapped in some anti-technology bubble wrap. But okay, enough with the rambling. If you think technology is winning, I have news for you. Technology is not winning everywhere. There is one place that is strongly resisting, like a small galactic village with Asterix and Obelix, and that is no other than Germany, like the entire Germany. Because big news, apparently the demand for IT specialists is plummeting. The Cologne Institute of Economic Research did a publication, and IT jobs have dropped over 26% in just 1 year. And yes, part of this is because of Germany's weak economy and the economic uncertainty. But let's be honest, this is Germany. They still love paper. There is no cloud computing. It's like envelope computing. You want to send an official letter, you need a stamp, a signature, and possibly a blood sample. I literally had to send a post to the tax office that I had to write and print. I had to go to the post office only to realize they don't accept MasterCard or Visa. They only accept EC card, which I didn't have. And then I had to go to a supermarket and pay with my phone at the cashier and ask them to get cash back. So I get some cash so I can go there and pay them with cash. And the 60-year-old lady that was working there, she gave me that paper that has the sending number, and I take a photo of the sending number from the paper, and she says, "You are not allowed to take photos in here." And I say, "Okay." And she said, "No, you need to delete this photo." What? Seriously, it's a photo of this paper that you gave me. And she insisted, so I deleted that photo in front of her. She didn't ask me to go to the trash folder and delete it from there. So guess who won that fight? But I definitely lost an hour of my life for something that should have been digital. But let's get back to, IT jobs are taking a hit. I guess if someone is selling briefmarken or envelopes, that would be the profession of the future here. But the biggest hit is for the most qualified people. If you have a master's degree, well, vacancies are 33%. And for computer scientists in particular, 46% down in a year, which is insane because the whole world is screaming AI is the future. And I guess Germany is like, but can you print this statement both sides, please? And they said that this is not related to the AI taking jobs. It's just general IT demand being down. However, one sector is booming. Can you guess which one? Tax consultants and lawyers. And it's funny because it's literally the two things I had to pay money this year to understand what the hell is happening and what I need to do. But tax consultants and lawyers, they have a demand for IT people, and their demand for IT went up 520%. So, they know they have to digitize or die, what the rest of the world has done since 25 years now. But yes, lawyers and tax people are suddenly begging for more IT people, and they are the biggest employer right now because the IT services sector, the one that's supposed to be hiring the most IT people, they're down 31%. So no wonder IT is not needed. I'm still standing in line for stamps. I really, really hope that Germany will embrace digital at some point while I'm still alive, because there is no bigger gaslighting bamboozle that the whole German efficiency dream we were sold of as Greeks. But if you are an IT person, make friends with some tax consultants and lawyers. They need you quite a bit. Zooming out, rest of the world, how are you doing? Well, here's the most interesting thing I saw last week. Did you know that the first ever World Humanoid Robot Games just happened? Where else than Beijing, China? Yes, Beijing hosted basically the Olympics, but for robots. And it was a big thing. There were 280 teams from 16 countries that showed up, including the US itself. And it wasn't just racing and running. No, these robots did a lot of things. They did track field, they did long jumps, they did martial arts. They even did dance battles. Yes. And yes, they do dance better than the Australian woman that went to the Olympics. And you might be wondering, Tesla had a robot, remember? Tesla Optimus robot? It didn't even participate, just so you know. The companies that are leading this race are Robotics, which is a Chinese company, and then Humanoid, another Beijing company. They have some very advanced robots that can run relays and do parkour. And while Tesla's Optimus can't even pour a glass of water without looking like it needs physical therapy, and you know how Elon Musk promised everyone Iron Man, and so far he has delivered, I don't know, Wall-E on beta mode. Yeah, the Chinese robots, they run 4 times 100 meters relay. Like they sprinted and they handed off the baton and everything. And it wasn't just sports. They also had job skills tests too. So there were robots working as drugstore clerks, as hotel staff, even housekeeping. One challenge was pick up the trash and take it out. And the robots had to compete at which one makes it better. And this is what the robots should be doing. Thank you very much. I want to see Olympics with robots competing to take down the trash. Yes, thank you. By the way, at this particular challenge, the most difficult part for them was to open the door. Okay, opening doors can be tricky. You can run 1,500 meter race like a champ, but you see a door, you're like, uh-oh. So now you know what happens if the machines revolt. Just close a lot of doors behind you. That will buy you some time. So this happened. Over 500 humanoid robots were there doing their things. And of course, not everything was impressive, right? Many robots stumbled, toppled down, and required human support. So it wasn't as cyberpunk as you might think, but it was a huge success. And now they're planning another one for next year, even bigger. The Robot Olympics, which sounds fun and dystopic at the same time. But isn't that where it's supposed to be going? Just us being entertained by robots doing things? Back in the day, people entertained themselves by watching bullfighting in Spain, or dogs in cages fighting, or even the Beyblades spinning into each other. So it's a natural evolution that we will be watching robots throw down in a dance battle. It's definitely better, cleaner, less barking, no animals being harmed. Up until now, I had only seen the robot fighting, which is not like humanoid robots. It's these machine robots that look like vacuum cleaners, and they are trying to destroy one another. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's like a cage fight where teams of engineers are building little robots that can destroy other robots. So this is a thing. It's quite nerdy. And there are different approaches, as if your robot can spin around or have a big blade or have some sort of hammer or throw electricity or whatever you do. But this was more like having little Hoover machines fighting, like a combo between Beyblade and Pokemon. The humanoid robot Olympics is much more futuristic because they look like us. They're just worse. But these are good robots, okay? They want to run for us. They want to go take out the trash. And we even have, on the good side of things, a robotic exoskeleton suits. I don't know if you know that. It's a little bit, it's close to the subject. But this exoskeleton basically that you can wear, and then it helps you bend your knees and not hurt your back and lift yourself up and all of that. Well, now they are becoming more massively produced, and in Japan, they have started to use robotic exoskeleton suits to assist elderly workers in lifting heavy stuff. And it looks amazing. It's like a suit where you get some robotic extras on your back and your legs, and basically it really helps you lift things. I'm definitely getting one of these with my back. I will be appearing in the baby photos soon with an exoskeleton. Sign me up, please. But this is a cool thing. It's enhancing workplace safety, but also it's prolonging careers because it can allow older people to continue working. Someone should say that they should never work and use the exoskeletons to go live life and climb Mount Fuji. But still, an exoskeleton will always be cool. And somewhere here, I think we will end for this week. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Consider rating the podcast on Spotify or leaving a comment. Don't be a stranger, throw a line. I know you're out there. As always, if things get tough, just push your tongue on the top of your mouth and just keep it there for a bit. I wish you sunny days, good health, and the robot that will take out the trash and empty the dishwasher. I was Hermes, you were you. Until next week. Ciao!